The Welsh blanket 20-mile-an-hour speed limit could be raised back to 30 miles an hour in September of this year.
You couldn't make it up, could you? You couldn't make this up. So they introduced this deeply unpopular policy and then almost an immediate U-turn, perhaps. Well, the Welsh Transport Secretary, Ken Skates, revealed that the U-turn could cost up to £5 million.
But the government was unable to confirm how many speed limits will actually change, as the decision was up to local councils.
Well, are the council's going to do it or not do it, if it's up to them? More confusion. This comes as 500,000 people signed a petition to rescind the 20 miles per hour law. Now, that is quite a big petition. There's lots of these little signature petitions that go around, but they rarely get half a million people.
The population of Wales is about 3 million people.
Yeah.
That's 1 in 6 people in Wales signed this one petition. It's extraordinary.
Unless the English or the Northern Irish are getting involved.
Oh,
or the Scottish.
I suppose you have to put your postcode in.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
Well, shall we speak to Quentin Wilson, the motoring journalist, to join us with this discussion? Quentin, I think everyone can agree 20-mile-an-hour zones outside schools, for example, very, very sensible. But in every urban area in the country, I mean, surely that weighs insanity.
Well, it was a bit of a lump hammer approach, and it's a lot like the LTNs, the local traffic neighbourhoods, where it was done kind of on an ideological basis and there was no kind of data or clear empirical research done. And the thing with speed limits on roads is that we know, because we've got these killed and serious injury stats, KSIs, which roads are really dangerous and which roads need a reduced speed limit. And to put a blanket speed limit over all roads, as we can see with this unprecedented level of objection from the public, is not the right way of doing it. So I mean, this is Ken Skates should be applauded for doing this U-turn. I mean, it's embarrassing for the Welsh Government, but it needs to be done. And this needs to be proportionate. We need to look at roads on an individual basis, because we've seen the kind of, the rejection of this. And the big problem here is that if you get the public rejecting road safety initiatives to reduce casualties, that's the biggest tragedy of all.
But Quentin, if it's now up to local councils to decide, that's going to take forever, isn't it? You can imagine the local councils meeting to discuss this. You'll have representatives from different groups. They'll have to do consultations and the like. That's going to be costly as well.
Well, hopefully not. And that data that I talked about, they should access that. They should look at it. They should have that on file and be able to say this road, for various reasons, it could be road engineering because it's dangerous. It could be, as you said in your intro, because of vulnerable pedestrians, schools, old people's homes, hospitals, all that sort of thing. You can make these decisions pretty quickly. And we would hope to restore public confidence in this, that they do it much, much quicker than you're supposing, with lots of committees and lots of steering groups and all that nonsense. It needs to be done fast so the public get confidence back in road safety initiatives.
Well, no, it does seem like it's a welcome U-turn, if indeed it is a U-turn. Not all confirmed yet, but Quentin Wilson, thank you very much for joining us and talking through that significant issue for Wales.
It reminds me of New Zealand when they immediately U-turned on their tobacco policy, on their generational ban, which we are deciding to implement. Yes, you sort of make this big key flagship policy and then immediately, oops, this isn't really working out how we thought it was going to.
But
anyway,
do that.